Welcome to a brand new episode of our Let's Talk NBA series. We are continuing through the season, but through the preseason of the NBA. It started about 4 days ago, and I'm trying to get these out before the season starts. So today we are talking about the North, obviously the Toronto Raptors. Last season they were 25-57, 12th in the East. Definitely in a rebuild. Don't really know what they're doing phase of their franchise, and they didn't have much depth in their team, and it was pretty lethargic. Like not good at all. Not really a good team. Not really a good system. They have some players. They have players on the bench. Or no, they have a decent starting group, a decent starting core, and R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. Also, Scotty Barnes, who can be a top 10 player in the league, if he wanted to. But they just didn't have any depth last year. They were a team who didn't really have an identity, and didn't really have it going for them, in my opinion, in an East that was so competitive at the top. And so what they did, they went out this season, and they lost Gary Trent Jr. to the Bucks. But they went and added Davion Mitchell, who's a three and D guy from the Kings. They went and got Kelly Olynyk, Bruce Brown as well. I think they got him mid-season. And their starting five is expected to be Emmanuel Quickly, Grady Dick, R.J. Barrett, Scotty Barnes, and Jakob Portal. Like, their team just isn't really equipped enough to make a deep run right now. But they have some potential to definitely get more than 25 wins. I think they could be, they were 12th last season. I think they could be anywhere use my brain. Anywhere in that, they could be anywhere in that, 8 to 11 range. I don't think they'll be as bad as they were last season. I think last season was a one-off because they were still trying to figure out what their identity of their team was, and and what they want to go out and do. But now I think they added a couple of pieces to really help this team, especially off the bench. They added a guy who I think was one of the best players in college basketball last year. Obviously, he had a great March Madness. Jamal Shed from Houston. I'm pretty sure he went to Houston. This kid was an absolute dog. He worked hard. He was the captain of that team. He was the anchor of that team, and I expect him to be one of the first ones off the bench, and completely try to lead that second unit, even to slip into that third unit as well. I think he can be a difference maker for this team, just based off of what he did in college, and I hope that he can. I hope he gets enough minutes to play every single night. I think if you develop him and they get him going to be one of those guys that can add some minutes and help off the bench, I think he'll be fine. I think he can really benefit from this team and from this playing style up in Toronto. I mean, they got some young guys with a lot of talent, a lot of fight, and he aids straight into that system. I expect R.J. Barrett to really be better this season, to take that next leap. I mean, I know he was coasting in New York, but I think R.J. Barrett needs to be one of those guys who goes out and gets you 20 points a game, gets you 5 assists, gets you 5 rebounds. He has to be one of those players that's all around aiding the team from points, rebounds, assists, and on defense. They need to be. If I was them, I would strongly suggest being, or I would strongly want to be a defensive principal team. And I think they can be that with some guys that they have there. I think Grady Dick needs to take a step this season, and take a step up to be more consistent, more. He needs to be a guy that they can go to get a point, to get a stop on defense, to do any of that. Scotty Barnes needs to make himself a top 10 player in the NBA. Make himself a top 5 player in the NBA. He needs to put the league on notice if they want to have any success winning any basketball games this year, because 25 wins last season isn't good enough. And I think they have committed to the rebuild, but now what does the future look like with all the young, promising guys that they do have? So that's my whole synopsis that I have on the Toronto Raptors. I'm excited to see what they got going on this upcoming season. Leave a comment down below, please, because I love seeing you guys comment. I love seeing what you guys have to say about the Raptors or about any other team. There's a playlist that's on the channel, so go look at all the other teams that I'm getting to. there's going to be one coming out every single day until the 24th. Or, the 24th. The season starts 22nd, I know that, so I'm going to try to get them all out. But regardless, leave a comment down below, like, subscribe. Peace.